Strong evidence of extraterrestrial life on Europa came from Hubble telescope's detection. It detected water vapor plumes. Water vapor plume is a large amount of water vapor that rises into air in a column. Plumes of water vapor that may be venting into space from Jupiter's moon Europa could come from within the icy crust itself. Scientists have considered possible plumes on Europa a promising way to investigate habitability of Jupiter's icy moon, especially since they offer opportunity to be directly sampled by spacecraft flying through them. Now let's see more in detail about Jupiter's moon Europa. Jupiter has 95 moons, but prominent bigger size moons are 4. Among the 4, Europa is one of them. Europa is slightly smaller than that of Earth's moon and is made of silicate rock and has a water ice crust and probably an iron nickel core. It has a very thin atmosphere composed primarily of oxygen. Europa has an extremely thin oxygen atmosphere with a barely 100 billionth of Earth's atmospheric pressure. Despite there is a lot of activity in Europa's thin atmosphere, researchers using Hubble Space Telescope and other observatories found evidence that Europa might be actively venting water into space, which would mean the moon is geologically active. Other gases might also be leaking out of subsurface and dust particles will be blasting off of Europa by micrometeoroids. This spacecraft, Europa Clipper, will search for any such water plumes and study other properties of moon's atmosphere, including how it interacts with Jupiter. Europa's water ice surface is the smoothest of any solid body in our solar system. It has a relatively small number of craters and appears to be no more than 40 to 90 million years old, which is youthful. As Europa orbits Jupiter, it experiences strong tidal forces, somewhat like the tides in Earth's ocean caused by our moon, that causes its icy outer shell to flex. That flexing loads to create patterns of linear crack ridges, bands, pits that cover much of its surface.